it is Erin, or Gimme Yarn 418, and this is Thank God It's Finished, or TGIF, whatever you want to call it. I have a long list of things in front of me, not all knitting and crocheting, but a long list of things. So if you want to, pause this video, go grab a cup of coffee or tea, and come back and we can sit and chat and have a cup of coffee. I don't know what that was. Yeah, so a little about this week. Couple big things, big little things, I don't know. Couple things happened. This week, instead of a fire, we had a flood. It's just part of living in Vermont. We had, 4 or 5 feet of snow outside that needed to melt and needed to melt somewhere, so it is now melting into our basement. But we were able to, I shouldn't say we, Kristen dug some trenches to direct the water, and I was able to get the water out of the basement, so we are, knock on wood, we are dry down there right now. What else? My in-laws puppy came home. He's who you saw at the beginning of the video. His name is Jasper. He's 9 weeks old. He's huge, and he's adorable. He's a pretty outgoing little guy. He is very interested in everything. And my mother-in-law thought he was going to be kind of timid based on the ride home, but as soon as they came in the house and he had a couple minutes to acclimate, he would go up to anybody and do anything. And he's very playful and very loving, giving lots of kisses, and super sharp puppy teeth. But he's cute. And only 5 more weeks till our puppy comes home. Our puppy is coming home the week of the 12th. So we get to look forward to that. I'm so excited. So let's get right into it. We'll start with finished objects because that's what's at the top of the list. The first thing I did pretty much immediately after I finished recording last Friday. I jumped on the Divine Hat bandwagon. I don't have this up on my Ravelry yet, but I will put it up there. It's a free pattern. And mine came out enormous. I had to go down to a size F for the band because otherwise this would have been for a giant. And I am going to make this again because it's really pretty. The next time, instead of using a J for the crown, the top of the hat, I'm going to go down to an I and stay with the F for the band, and hopefully that'll help. So here it is. It's a little loose fitting for me up here. I like them a little bit tighter. It would keep me warm, and it's pretty. I like it. It's red. I think red is a very deep red. It's not like cherry red. I think this is a very, dare I say, classy color. This is just some I love this yarn, and I believe the color was cranberry. And of course now there are dog hairs all over it, thanks to now 6 dogs. But that's okay. The next thing I saw on Ravelry when I was flitting around looking at patterns, I always like to see, I check my friends' activities when you go to friends, and you can search by photo and just scroll through what people have liked and queued and finished, and this came up somewhere. I don't even know if that's how I found it, but I came across it anyway, and I had to make it immediately. And it's pay for pattern on Ravelry. As always, all my pattern links can be found on Ravelry. If there is no pattern link on Ravelry, then I will list it in the description below. And there's a link to my Ravelry page in the description below. So, I'm saying a lot, and I apologize for that. Might be the scratch across my forehead. It's affecting my thinking ability. Yeah, Dewey did that to me in the middle of the night a few days ago. Not maliciously, he needs a nail trim. And there's them again. So, without further ado, this also had a cover-up, but I couldn't put a cover-up on it. It's an alpaca and a bikini. It's really cute. And the pattern was just a solid bikini. But I said if I'm going to knit a teeny tiny bikini for an alpaca, it's going to be a yellow polka dot bikini. So it's really cute. The alpaca is knit in worsted weight, and the bikini is knit in fingering weight. And it was a great pattern. The only thing I changed is that the pattern was written for it to be worked flat and then seamed. And you all know how I feel about purling. If I can avoid it at any cost, I will. I will purl, but if it's avoidable, I will avoid it. So here you go. She's really cute. I also don't care for seaming, but it was very, very easy to adapt. The only thing I knit flat was the bikini, and then I sewed that up and I sewed it onto her. I think it was supposed to be removable, but it's never going to come off, so why make it removable? And this knitting this kind of reminded me of Ayana Red and her anatomically correct dolls. Now, this alpaca is not anatomically correct, but making basically lingerie for a stuffed animal just made me think of her. So, hi, Ayana. Yeah. The next two things I knit came from this book, which is going to be backwards in your viewfinder. 50 Yards of Fun by Rebecca Danger. Oh, there's cappuccino on this. I'll have to wash that off. I hope it's not on the pages. Oh, it is. Dang it. Lots of cute patterns in here. Retails for $16.99, but I think it's less on Amazon. And you can also download it digitally from Ravelry for, I was looking today, I think it was $11.99. The first thing I made was something for Kristen, who had requested this, and it was the cactus. I think it was called the cute cactus. Let's see. Please hold. Cutie cactus. And I would show you in the book, but each design is based off of, I can show you here. Each of the designs listed next to it, across, are based on one basic body, which is really, it's really interesting. And also it is completely, I believe all of these are completely seamless. It doesn't say, but I think I read somewhere that they are all completely seamless. Because when you knit the cactus, you pick the arms up right from the cactus body, so you don't have to sew them on. So it came out really cute. Kristen loves them. I don't know if she's named it. And then I also knit, what was this one called? This was just, the basic unibody in some scrap yarn I had, and I named her Petunia. I have Penelope, the empathetic monster, out of the same yarn, so I went with the, you know me and my themes. So this is Petunia. She's really cute. I like her mouth. It's not the traditional jagged Rebecca Danger mouth. And the last thing I have that's finished was a pattern gifted to me by Margaret here on YouTube. Molander1, I think is her YouTube name. And she said that I needed to hatch this egg, I think. So here it is. This is an egg. It's really cute. But it's also, through the magic of video, if I can do it. Don't mind the eyes on this. I have to go out and get some sew on Google Eyes, because right now it kind of looks like a zombie duck. It's not a duck. It's a chick. I keep calling it zombie duck. It's a chick. So it's really cute. It's one of those inside-outside toys. And as soon as she sent it to me, I went looking for yarn and made it immediately. And her response was, that was quick. The pattern came with feet. And I was for sure that my pattern didn't have feet included in the instructions. And sure enough, the feet I just skipped over. I don't know that I'm going to add feet. I think he looks pretty cute, with the exception of the zombie eyes, which I'm going to change. So, anyway. Thank you, Margaret. It was a really fun pattern, really easy, straightforward. If you're looking for a cute little Easter gift for a little one or a big one in your life, highly recommend this. And my last finished object is, I had mentioned just previously that I wanted to take all my sock yarn scraps. I had this delusional thought that I was going to do a sock yarn blanket. That's not going to happen. I don't know why I mean, look at the sparkly blanket of awesomeness, which is now sitting again. There's no way I would finish a sock yarn blanket. Not in my lifetime, anyway. It would have to be willed to somebody. So I had mentioned I was going to make mini socks out of my leftovers, and I'm going to string them up upstairs so that I can remember every sock I knit. I don't know. I just thought it would be cute up there in the studio. And I knit my first one, and here it is. Couple things. I didn't follow a pattern other than I used the fish lips kiss heel. I made the cuff too short and I made the foot too long, so I would change that in the next one. And that's actually the only couple things. It only took me maybe an hour, and that's because I was really working out what I wanted to do. So this will be a long-term project, and I'll just add them. I bought these mini, this sock blocker is just something I had, but I bought mini clothespins to hang them up upstairs from TJ Maxx in all different colors. So, first sock of many. Next I have my works in progress, and put this over here. The first one I have is the Hero. I did get a little bit of work done on it. I've gotten through 2 skeins of yarn again, and what did I do? I did just 1 by 1 rib. This is how much I have. As I said, I'm not going to do the waist shaping. I want more of a baggy sweater, so, and I didn't like the way it fit in the last one, so there it is. The next work in progress that I have has gotten absolutely no love, and that is Kristen's socks, and I think it's because it's getting warmer out, but here they are. I might finish them this week. But I don't know. I might finish one this week. I also started a baby sweater, which I had mentioned to you I was going to knit the Milo, but I changed my mind. I found this when I was cleaning. I found this pattern printed out. It's a free pattern on Ravelry for the Candlestick Sweater. And it comes in a number of sizes. 3, 6, 12, 18 months, 2 years, and 4 years. And I just thought it was really cute. I'm going to leave the stripes off of the sleeve. I'm still working on the body. I'm just about to the part where you start working the back and the front. And that's all I have so far. Just white, exciting. And my sleeves are going to be red. I'm kind of was going for the baseball jersey look, and I'm from Boston, and the person I'm giving it to is a Red Sox fan, so I thought that would be fitting, and red was not too boyish, not too girlish, so they don't know what they're having, so it would be perfect. The final work in progress I have is from another Rebecca Danger book, the Big Book of Knitted Monsters, which again is going to be backwards in the screen, and this is for our niece's birthday. Her niece. I cannot speak today. Her birthday is tomorrow, and she has a party in May with her other sister, I can't speak! With her sister, our other niece, in May, but I wanted to give her a little something on her birthday, so I am knitting her, is that Lila or Layla? Layla, Lydia, and Lucas. And her favorite color is green, at least it was the last time we checked. I've only got through 48 rows of the body, but I'm doing it the body in green. The pockets and the mini monsters will be in blue. I'm just using some Red Heart. This is Spring Green, and this is a very very imaginative name. They called it Blue, but I think those will look really cute together. I don't know if I will have this with me next week, but I will have either a video clip or a picture of the finished object. And that is all I have for works in progress. And I've lost everything. Kristen brought something over for me to show. Next up is Maki Makings, which is Kristen's section. She hasn't been knitting, but she did start a painting for our friends Dawn and James of the Wolf Farms podcast and their Chihuahua Fuji, who is Mia's doppelganger. I swear, they're twins, and every time... Sorry, that's the pharmacy. Every time we watch the Wolf Farms podcast, Mia goes running up to the TV and barks at Fuji, so it's really cute. And Fuji comes on the podcast to say hello to Mia. It's really friggin' adorable. So she is working on this painting. I don't know if Dawn and James are supposed to see this, or if they know about it, but here it is. This is Fuji, and doesn't she look exactly like Mia? She's doing a really good job. So this is what she is working on. Kristen, would you like to say anything about your painting?
They know about it.
Oh, I guess Dawn and James know about it. They know about it. So here's a sneaky peeky. It's really cute. She's doing a great job. Sorry. Kind of amazes me. Not kind of. It does amaze me. So, moving right along. Let me get my pen. We did finished objects, works in progress. I guess there's just more, announcements. Not announcements, but like just chit-chat, I guess. I won't call it announcements, I'll call it chit-chat, because we're having a cup of coffee. Tomorrow, Saturday, April 5th, 2014 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be hosting a hangout on Google. Only requirement is that you must have a set of headphones. They can't see you, don't worry. Oh. Sorry, Kristen's sneaking over trying to make sure that Dewey doesn't have a fit. So tomorrow, Saturday, April 5th, 2014 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be hosting a hangout. Come join us, chat, sit and knit a while, crochet a while, spin a while, just chat a while. As I said, the only requirement is that you have a set of headphones with a microphone, which most earbuds that they sell now does have a microphone. So if you have like a set of, what are ours called? Skull candies or anything like that, they do come with a microphone. The other thing you could use is a headset from your phone. Anyway, join us. Love to see you there. The link will be in the description below when it's live and also on the Ravelry page. The next thing is a reminder, I'm hosting a sock crochet along, knit along, crank along, loom along. If you can make socks with yarn, it counts. It ends on April 30th at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. You can enter as many pairs as you finish. We have quite a few finished objects already. The number of prizes I draw for will be based on the number of finished objects. And come, try it out. If you've never knit a pair of socks before, give it a shot. What do you have to lose? Your socks could have 500 holes in them, and they would still count as long as you have two and the ends are woven in. You know? There's been a couple entries that have been loom knit. There's been at least one entry that's been crocheted, and quite a few that have been knit. So give it a shot. You can make it out of worsted weight. You can make them out of bulky weight yarn if that's what you want to do. So that's that. My spending freeze. So it's now been almost 4 months since I have purchased any yarn fabric project bags or pattern books. My fabric and project book freeze ends on April 15th. No. My fabric and pattern book. Is that what I said? I don't know if that's what I just said. That ends on April 15th. I am going to extend the fabric one until May 1st with the rest. I mean July 1st with the rest because I don't need any fabric. And I went up to the studio over the weekend, well, Friday, Sunday, Monday, and I cleaned. Like a madwoman, I cleaned. And I will insert a couple pictures of that here. My studio is nice and clean now. It's actually the time of year that I can actually go up there and not freeze and or sweat into a puddle and disappear from the world. So it's nice. I love it up there. I love it up there. And it is a dog-free zone. Every once in a while we let the chihuahuas go up there and run around just because we have carpeting, wall-to-wall carpet up there. But otherwise, there aren't any dogs up there. Molly doesn't go up there, so it's dog hair free, and it's literally like walking into my own store. However, when you look at all my yarn put out on my yarn wall, which is what I call it, if you were to take all that yarn and put it in bins, it wouldn't look like as much as it does now. That's not to say that I don't have a lot, because I have a lot. But I was very pleased to see that I had 7 cubes that were empty. One of those cubes I used to put my batting in, and 6 of the cubes I used to separate, organize, and store in bins my little, like, you know those cube shelves that they have with the little colorful drawers. So I got 6 of those drawers and I put them in there, and I've organized, you know, by color, and everything's organized, my scraps. Before I started the spending freeze, every single bin was full. Every single cube on my wall was full, and I counted, there are 33 cubes. Was full, spilling over. There was 2 huge Rubbermaid containers full of yarn. There was just yarn everywhere. I have estimated that I have used up about a quarter to a third, between a quarter and a third of my stash. Now, every single bit of yarn I own fits in those cubes or stored on the top in the baskets that you can see, or 2 other small baskets I have for my oversized skeins, like the James C. Brett Marble Chunky and the Pound of Loves. But they all fit. They are not spilling over. There are no bins. Some bins are packed pretty tightly, but there's nothing that I'm like, if I walk by, I'm afraid everything's going to come tumbling down on me. So I'm pretty pleased. I'm actually really pleased. However, I did have to point out to Kristen that if I continue in this fashion, I could go through everything in my stash in a year, and which was like shocking. Probably a little more than a year, because I don't always knit and crochet at the same velocity that I do. You know, some weeks, some months I crochet a lot or knit a lot, and some months or weeks I have very little time to do it. So maybe say 2 years I could go through the entire stash, which actually made me feel a little better, because sometimes I would go up there and be overwhelmed and think, I have too much, I don't even know where to start. I'm the type of person that somebody gives me something, like a couple cubes up there are full of yarn that someone gave me when someone in their family passed away, and I think it's TLC Essentials, and I've used a couple skeins of it, but there's just so many of one color that I just don't know what to do with it all. So a lot of my yarn I acquired that way. However, I have worked through the majority of that, and anyway, it seems much more manageable now. But I did realize there are certain things I am missing. Like I was thinking I'm missing. It's just terrible. I have more than enough. I don't have one in every color like I used to, I guess is the way to think about it. But I have plenty, and I am going to have absolutely no problem going through July 1st. And after July 1st, I am going to work very hard to make my purchases very strategically. I am going to try very hard, with the exception of things I need for knit and crochet for hire for Southpaw. I am going to try to purchase with a purpose, which I have been doing, but it's catching up with all the no purpose purchasing that has made it my cup runneth over. So, babbling on and on and on. I've been through a quarter to a third of my stash. I would say closer to a third. With that being said, my birthday is 2 weeks from today, and Kristen told me yesterday what she got me for my birthday. And what she got me for my birthday was a gift card to Webb's, and she is taking me to Webb's the week of my birthday to buy some yarn from her. And I did tell her, I said, I cannot do the purchasing. I can't. And she said, why? And I said, because I am not buying any yarn from now until, you know, the end of my freeze, which is July 1st. So she said, fine, you can pick it out and I will purchase it with the gift card. So looking forward to that, and I've started to look around Webb's and see what I might want to get. I'm not exactly sure. They do have their annual sale going on, which is awesome because Cascade 220, Cascade 220 Superwash, Barocco Vintage are all on sale for dirt cheap prices for the yarn. And I want to get one or two of those. I do have a couple projects in mind, and I don't know what else. I don't know. But I still want to spend with purpose. I want to know what I'm looking for. It makes it easier in the long run. The one thing I do know is that unless I pick up a skein of socks at Rock, I do not want to buy any sock yarn. I can't. I have more sock yarn than I know what to do with. But I do knit a lot of socks, so that's that. I'm just babbling on today. The next thing I have is a couple of thank yous, and let me just put these books down. First thank you is to Zelda NRJ3. She sent me a package with 3 skeins of Vanish Choice in the Sea Spray Mist, which was awesome. It's already upstairs organized in my shelves, so I don't have that down there. But she also sent me a pen from her cruise, and it's one of the cool pens where the ship sails, but then the ship can also sink. Anyway, so that was cute. I've been playing with that. Also, I got this really cute thing in the mail, which I can show you because it's just a post office box. From Michelle Cobb, who is M Cobb 2006, and this tickled me. Totally tickled me. I was so excited. I opened it at the post office because I was so intrigued. I was like, ooh, yarn for gimme yarn. I mean, mail for gimme yarn, which was really cute. And what she said is she went to Six Flags and she heard my voice in her head saying, I am Batman. And when she saw this, she thought of me. So she sent me this awesome magnet from Six Flags, which is now going to go upstairs. I do have a magnetic board upstairs in the studio, which is also called the Bat Cave. So thank you so much, Michelle. I love it. And my final thank you is to Margaret, which I've mentioned already. She gifted me a pattern just out of the blue yesterday, and I immediately crocheted it up, and thank you so much, Margaret. It was very nice. And last, but certainly not least, I have 3 people who introduced themselves over on the Ravelry group. If you're not a member, go check it out. Maybe join the group, see what's going on. We'd love to have you. Excuse me. The first person who introduced herself is Maymay1020, who is Angela from Michigan. The next person is CV Teresa, which I'm realizing now spelled your name wrong, who's Teresa from California. Hi, Teresa. And the final person who introduced himself is Bert May, who is Roberta from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So welcome to you all. Thank you for joining. I'm glad to have you. We're all glad to have you, I think. That's all I have for this week, so I hope you're all doing well. Hope to see some of you in the Hangout tomorrow, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.